everybody, Super Producer Todd here. Just letting you know, the intro of this show got cut off due to some technical difficulties on Geoff's side. So you're about to just jump into a conversation in progress. If you want to be able to hear everything even before we do the edits and everything, go to our Twitch streams, twitch.tv/rankteammedia, where we stream almost everything that we do live. Every once in a while we'll do something pre-recorded like Spooky Scary Skeletons, because I do some fancy music stuff on the background. But like I said, join us on Twitch. You'll hear it raw, and you won't run into situations like this where you're about to join a conversation that's currently in progress, and I'm going to start right into Nick talking. Thanks, everybody.
From them.
I don't think anybody thought it was supposed to be a powerhouse. They just wanted to get the bare minimum of they want 4K. No one said they want 4K, right. 120 hertz, as powerful as a gaming PC, like how PlayStation and Xbox were touting their machines. But they want something that's going to fit into their lives, because when everybody was jumping to 1080 high definition back in the day,
sure.
when Nintendo came out with their Wii U, it could not hit that. Then everything started like raising up. Then once 4K came out, and 4K is pretty much the norm for what a TV is being bought at these days.
Yep.
And that's what consoles, PC, that's what everybody's going towards. But still, the Nintendo is behind the pack with what they're pushing out.
So, can I go full Mike Lindell to talk a little bit about?
I don't know who that is.
Let me interject something just real quick. Andrew did point out it does have a LAN port on the actual dock itself,
and the dock, which you can buy separately.
But will the new dock work with the old Switch?
It does.
Yes, it will. Yes,
it should just be USB-C.
That would be the only thing. I would maybe consider getting that.
Well, I mean, it's got a bigger screen. Is it going to fit?
It doesn't have a bigger screen. It has a bigger screen because it has less bezels. Everything else is the same size.
Okay, it's the same physical size. Got it.
It's the same.
That's another problem that I have.
So just real briefly, let's just talk nuts and bolts specs here. It's approximately the exact same height,
approximately, yeah.
The depth is, it's the same essentially. There's nothing like really massively different. It is using the same processor. There is no Nintendo. This is the reason why we wanted to come and wait just a day for like all of the news to kind of settle.
Yeah.
User joined your channel.
Welcome, Todd.
Hi.
So basically we waited like a day for the news to kind of settle, and essentially what we got now is basically the CPU and RAM are exactly the same as 2017 model. The storage has been upgraded to 64 like Jim said. The wireless LAN, same thing. A lot of people were actually a little upset that they didn't allow headphones on Bluetooth.
That's what I was going to talk about.
So that's one kind of major bummer, but for all intents and purposes, this is not a different Switch. It's an upgraded screen, kickstand, more storage, and that is exactly what they want.
But I don't think they're necessarily wrong for doing this. I think they found a way to give people a little bit of a crisper screen, because OLEDs are, it's a better screen than an LED, without going into the area of, oh man, I'm now part of this. We have to use these chips that we don't have access to, which is what I assume would need to happen, because I assume if they went 4K, they'd have to probably change up the chipset. And again, please, if somebody more technical knows if that's right or wrong, please tell me. But I assume it could, that could be a factor of why they went this route instead of the other route, instead of doing a 4K switch. Because I've heard this rumor. that this is not. There still is another Switch on the way. And now, do I think that's true? I don't. I don't think that's true. I do think this is it. I don't think they're going to do anything big. But a lot of hardcore Nintendo apologists, or people who are just on that bandwagon 100%, which I am for a lot of things, but they think that this is an option for the people or option for people who want an upgrade, but don't necessarily want to have that PS5 fight that they're dealing with right now for lack of chips, lack of parts, lack of this and that. So I'm not mad at Nintendo, because I think that might be a contributing factor of why they went this way. I'm not mad at Nintendo. The screen's going to look a little bit better. I am obviously, the people that I feel bad for, other than the people who really thought they were going to get some powerhouse system, are like Vita owners, because like my Vita has an OLED
himself.
screen.
He means himself.
Vita Island is lonely. My Vita has an OLED screen. My Vita has Bluetooth.
Wait. Not all Vitas have OLED
No,
screens.
not all. So
Keep that in mind.
there are two Vita models. The original model had an OLED screen. The secondary version had an LCD screen.
Oh, I actually did not know that.
Yeah,
That's when
there are two
they
versions.
lowered the price.
bizarre.
To try
They
and push
lowered
it
the
out.
price, and they included a gig of memory, of internal memory, which was bullshit. But they made it a lot cheaper, a lot slimmer, and a lot lighter. Because I have a Gen 1 Vita, which I'm glad I do, but it's heavy. It's OLED and it's heavy. But man, when did that system come out? Like 2012, 2013?
Right.
I have Bluetooth in that.
Yeah.
You can also have 3G in it if it makes you feel any better.
Yeah, I don't have the 3G.
So
actually, you know what? I've never tested it, but I don't think I have a 3G one.
now I just want to point out the Switch does have Bluetooth.
Yeah, exactly.
No, it has Bluetooth, but you
It
can't
does.
pair accessories to
Correct.
it like headphones.
Because if I'm not mistaken, is the Joy-Cons using Bluetooth?
I think they would have to be.
I don't think so.
Oh,
No, I want to say it uses Wavebird technology.
Wavebird.
which is still radio frequency. Let me look that up.
But I have a feeling
But
I have a feeling that it is actually Bluetooth, which would explain why it's like blocked.
It is.
that-
It actually is a Bluetooth because you can sync Joy-Cons to a computer via Bluetooth. Same way you could
you're
with
correct.
the Wiimotes.
okay.
Yeah.
I was gonna say I use my Pro controller via Bluetooth. On
So
my computer.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I use
The superior Pro controller.
I use my SN30 Pro on my PC, my Switch, my PlayStation, everything.
Well,
Yeah.
my
I don't know. Those Pro
SN30
controllers
Pro.
like to disappear.
You don't talk about that.
So
But like again, technical people, tell me why. Why
I 100% don't think it's a
we
chip
do
shortage.
both?
I don't think it's
Why-
a chip shortage. I think it's a conscious decision by Nintendo to fuck over.
I was talking about we can talk about that, but I was talking about, can you not do? If I have my Joy-Cons hooked up to a system, why can't I use Bluetooth for the headset? Why can't they? I feel
So-
like
The
we should
same
be able to
reason you
separate
couldn't.
that.
The same reason you couldn't use Xbox controllers on PC without a special adapter for years. They don't want you to.
Well, I'm
Well-
also thinking it's a licensing issue with Bluetooth, because they have to have like a different license or.
That doesn't make sense though.
Yeah, I don't
Bluetooth
understand
is
that.
just a standard to send ones and zeros. It doesn't matter
Yeah.
where it's going.
I mean,
Well,
couldn't
you
it
would
technically
think
be
that-
overloaded though at that point?
But it so is like a USB or HDMI cable that's just ones and zeros, but there's still a license for having the technology.
That's a license for the standard. But still, that doesn't matter. If they're already using Bluetooth, they have to pay for it either way.
No, but what you just said, the standard, they're not paying the license for the standard of Bluetooth. They're using their own proprietary that can only connect to the Joy-Cons.
Now, while that does sound like Nintendo, that sounds very Wavebirdish. I don't think that's the issue at all. I think they're just being stupid mostly.
Well, I also think it could be a bandwidth issue because like the reason why like the Xbox Series X controller has Bluetooth and it can work with the wireless adapter, but they had to jump to Bluetooth 5.0 for that to happen.
Yeah, they waited until last gen to switch
So
to add Bluetooth.
So I don't think it's a bandwidth issue because
No.
if you can have 8 different Joy-Cons connected to play Smash Brothers, then you could have 2 Joy-Cons that's docked on the Switch and have Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, okay, you say
there's
that.
plenty of solutions to get that working, like the Genki dock stuff.
Right, you say that, but connecting Bluetooth headphones to Windows, for instance...
That's Microsoft, though.
Okay, but...
It's a pain in the ass.
Connecting Bluetooth headphones to a Mac. That's not hard.
It's not hard, no. But...
Wow. What did I just say?
Yeah, I know, right?
It's not hard to connect it on Windows, too. Now, are you talking
that
about...
was Jeff's argument, that it is hard to connect.
No, it's not that it's hard. It's that, for instance, like when I hook up my Bluetooth headphones on my Windows computer, it has 2 different drivers that load.
The
one
headset and the
yes,
headphone?
yes,
Yeah.
and one is
Headset's piece of shit, headphones good.
right, and it's because there's something to do with the bandwidth issue, if I'm not mistaken, when I was reading up on it. Now, I think it should be an option that they should unlock for the fuck of it, and just I don't understand like what they're waiting for. It's a portable console by pure nature, right? Like it should have the ability to fucking use Bluetooth headphones.
Yeah, I mean that's without the need because you can get you can get a Bluetooth adapter switch for fairly inexpensive, but we shouldn't have to. We just shouldn't have to. I just it's not something that I understand. Why? HomeSpot.
Again, it's Nintendo's choices. They do these things all the time. But again, we said the same thing with Microsoft. Like, how many years, Jeff, do you remember me bitching about the wireless adapter for the Xbox controller?
Oh, like at least since the Xbox One came out.
I've spent probably $150 on like 4 of them.
Yeah.
Because they just keep burning out and they'll no longer receive a signal. I literally at this point just have my Xbox One Elite controller, Gen 1, because I'm a smart person and I refuse to let this one die. Just plugged in via USB at all times. Like I stopped, I gave up. I just have a giant cord in my room now.
I used to real quick. I'm sorry. The last Xbox I owned was an Xbox 360, and all I would ever buy, because they would break within a month, are those shitty little Xbox branded headsets that plug into the controller. I don't know why I didn't just buy. I don't know why I didn't just buy a better pair of headphones, but man, they just were so easy to use. So I probably bought like 7 or 8 of those, and I'm not even joking about that number.
I didn't even know how to like use voice chat with an Xbox controller until I think we played Destiny, and we're like, oh, we can't use TeamSpeak; it's too far away from our computers.
Right?
And I had to go find a headset and find that weird giant adapter that plugged into the bottom of the controller.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's
and then like
good.
6 months later, they fucking released the controller that has the goddamn port on the bottom.
And then we stopped using it altogether. We started using TeamSpeak again.
Yeah.
I do 100% agree with Jim's thought earlier that it makes no goddamn sense to not be able to use these things. I don't think it's a technical reason. There can't be a technical reason. Bluetooth is a raw data source, just like radio frequency is, which is what they used to use for their controllers. I don't think that the reason why this Switch, the new one, is underwhelming is because of a chip shortage. Because all those parts in a Switch are the same parts that are in phones.
Yeah.
Like, you can think, whenever you think about PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X, those are specialty high-end parts.
Yeah.
Nothing in the Switch is high-end.
HD Rumble?
No,
That's in the controller, not in the Switch.
That's innovative, not special.
But it is
I'll
using
argue that their controllers are top tier, and the console itself is where the lack of luster is.
Right.
Oh, see, Michael, I'm
drift.
glad you brought that up. Yeah, exactly.
I've never had that issue.
So,
I've never had the drift either, and I have 3 sets of Joy-Cons.
Oh,
I
I
haven't.
only got one.
I haven't had that issue.
within 2 months of me owning a Switch, I had the drift.
Oh, shit.
Now,
I bought
here's the
some
thing.
new controllers, and one of them had a drift.
Oh,
Here's the thing. Who uses the docked all the time?
not me.
I do.
Almost never.
Okay.
I would say probably 50-50 for me.
Okay, so for me, for instance, I'll never notice it because I only use a Pro controller.
Right.
I mean,
And-
I try only to use a Pro controller.
Okay, yeah, I won't say I use it all the time, Doc, but I want to say 75% of the time it's docked.
So
I was just
Andrew
using it
says he has it on all of his left Joy-Cons, which is kind of interesting.
It was.
I feel like it's more
Yeah,
common on the left
interesting for me.
Joy-Con.
I swear that was the issue originally because that was the main stick. Like that's your standard stick.
That's
that you
your
use for movement.
directional.
Your movement.
Right, yeah. I'm pretty sure everything I've heard about's always the left.
Now, the thing that bothers me about this is not they haven't fixed the Joy-Cons.
I
Essentially.
don't think they're going to be
Is
able
that
to.
is that still a problem? Is that still
Huge
happening?
deal.
Yes.
Huge deal.
Oh, okay. Wow. Yeah. I guess I
Did
heard
you
about
not-
it as much.
Did you not ever really get that whenever you were like manager at the docks with the yellow and the blue?
That's what I was about to say. Like, because I'm not there anymore and I haven't been there for about 5 months now.
Yeah.
I'm not hearing it all the time, so it's not on my mind.
So you're just like, oh, I guess that problem went away. Nobody's bitching about it.
But also, it's weird. Remember when like there were lawsuits happening, like it was talked about all the time from like websites to YouTubers and stuff like that, and I just don't see it as much.
Well,
or maybe I'm just jaded to it now.
Also, what I think happened is over time they've done every software fix they can do.
Yeah.
Because
Has anybody tried to fix it on their own?
No.
yeah, I mean, there's tons of iFixit tutorials where they're like, "Oh, if
But-
you do
but-
this,
But
you can
here's
fix it."
then you break it worse, and then your warranty's voided.
Yeah, it's a Joy-Con. Just go buy a new one. And besides, unless you bought the original red and blue ones, all the other colors suck.
I have a red and blue one, but like Nick modded his.
Yeah, I
Did
took
you
the,
have any issues with any
with
drift
my
after
modded
that?
ones? No,
Yeah.
but I never had issues with those Joy-Cons. But I bought 2 new Joy-Cons, and one of them, or actually no, they were refurbished. I'll say that. But one of the, and I bought it from a Best Buy. One of them just had the drift, and then when I tried to get it set up, this was roughly around the beginning of COVID time.
Right.
So when I tried to send it back, when they started getting all those class actions about it and said, just send it back to us, please, we'll fix it. But then they said, no, well, we can't fix it now, but we'll let you know when you can. Still never heard back.
Wait, why does this say that this thing is Bluetooth 4.1?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, shit. That
Yeah, it's
sucks.
definitely not a 5 if they won't spend money to let it.
Right.
So it's for-
connect anything?
It's
Yeah.
it's 4.1 for all of them,
Hmm.
as far as I can. So, basically, what we've got mild refresh. I really
This is a non-issue.
it's a non-issue.
It's a.
Are we
It
talking
doesn't do
Bluetooth,
anything.
Joy-Con drift? What are we talking about?
Both at this point.
Oh,
Like,
okay.
Nintendo has made it over time to where it probably counter-adjusts it. Like, it probably counter-adjusts in the software. So even if it does drift, you probably don't even know about it. I didn't see much of it over the last year. I've not seen many people come in with it.
Because I never do it. Like, it doesn't bother me as much. I can see it's more of a problem for a mobile user. But that being said,
that was
I'm a little upset that they didn't at least try to address it with new Joy-Cons if possible.
Yeah.
And they could have made it retroactively available for the older Switch, because just use the same fucking port adapter, right?
You know how many people would be pissed if they just released a Joy-Con 2.0 and they said, buy the new ones?
I'd flip my.
But
shit.
how
I mean,
that would be.
that's what Nintendo is doing.
Yeah, exactly. That's
But
Nintendo.
that's what they're doing.
There's not a flaw with the current Switch, though.
No, what they're saying is, I understand what you're saying, Michael. I'm just saying, like, you could still use those new Joy-Cons on the old Switch.
Yeah, no, I understand that. And what I'm saying is that people would see that as them saying, okay, these will not drift, assuming, that they don't drift.
Right.
People would take it as, here's your solution, spend, okay, what are Joy-Cons? $80 for a pair? Okay, so these are going to be $90 or $100 for a pair of Joy-Cons that won't drift on you.
But that's what they've been doing this entire time. They're refusing to fix it at this point. The only solution is to buy new ones.
Right.
I
Okay,
mean,
so
what
if the only solution was to buy an $80 pair of Joy-Cons, and now the better solution is to buy a $100 pair of Joy-Cons, how much more pissed would you be?
We don't know what the price would be, but I understand what you're saying.
If it's upgraded, it's going to be approximately 20% more.
Maybe.
Yeah,
they might offer a discount.
It's going to be any. Like, I wouldn't see why it should be any more expensive. They're essentially the same Joy-Cons. It's like when they have the new controller for an Xbox that have USB-C rather than that micro.
Yeah.
Do that?
Yeah.
I was faking shock because
all
the old ones are still. Most of the ones on the store shelves don't have USB-C.
Right.
But they're roughly the same price
colors
as the older versions when those were out, but they have newer technology, which more people will want. Like, I bought a new controller because, it does have USB-C. I just don't want to have another cable that I have to fish for when I need to charge it.
Now, that being said, they could have fixed it and just quietly not said anything. Which is also a Nintendo tactic. Ignore the problem.
Just because, yep,
and
exactly.
just see what happens. But I don't know.
I just want more colors. That's
all the white and black is a little strange.
Oh,
so
first of all,
it's going to look great next to my PlayStation 5.
I love the white, but that to me is there are better ways if you want to mod it, by replacing the actual hardware, or you could go to D-Brand or Slick Wraps or one of those brands and get a white overlay that is cheap and really is more protective and just it looks really good. I think
I'm digging the dock. The Joy-Cons are just white Joy-Cons, like they're boring. The dock
the
is
rounded,
actually what I like.
The rounded dock,
rounded edges,
the dock,
and it's got that little rounded spot that makes it look like the part that it docks into is rounded at the bottom instead of square. That actually looks pretty clean.
It does. I do like the new dock.
I would be. Does anybody? So with their Switch and their Switch dock, do you on your Switch? Do you have a screen protector?
No.
Hell no.
Do you use a what's called a dock sock?
No.
What the fuck, Joe?
I don't.
Okay.
I don't put a sock on my dock. Okay.
Where are you going with this?
Hold up.
Well, can it lock with that dock sock?
One of the most common issues, way more than the Joy-Con drifts that I saw while being a manager at a Best Buy, was people who were scratching their Switch due to the dock.
Oh,
I would get that. By putting it in hastily, and it's always kids. Again, it's not a a problem that any of us would have here. But it's people hastily putting their.
It is user error.
That is something that I would do.
It's something that could be mitigated.
And so, but it would happen all the time. So, like on my Switch, I have a screen protector on there that I've had since day one. Works great. I don't even notice that it's there. I also have a Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild little protector. And I'll take a picture here when I have a chance to get up, and we can show it if you want to.
I'm fairly certain that I see exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, so you probably do. So you can put it on there. And it protects because it is, if you feel the inside, it's just hard plastic. It can definitely scratch up your system. That is not what I have. I will show you what I have.
I know. I'm just looking at the Science Black Fabric and Handmade.
That's what it is. That's what it is. I think I got mine off Etsy.
Bro, this stupid as shit.
But
again, this is Nintendo causing problems because of weird, shitty design. The DS had the same problem. You could close the DS and it would scratch itself.
Yeah, and that's why I was saying I'm curious to see, because by the looks of it from the outside, those scratching problems could be resolved. Now, I would be interested in seeing what it looks like from just the dock from the side, but also from like the top, just to see what if it's just still that hard plastic, or if they've maybe done like a rubber or something a little smoother that doesn't catch things very easily. But yeah, that's something that I never hear talked about, but I dealt with multiple times a month working at Best Buy, way more than I ever dealt with Joy-Con drift issues.
Now,
it actually looks
scratches on mine, but I do have two little marks at the bottom where the little rubber feet are in the dock, I'm assuming.
Yeah, it looks like
that's
they designed
like the only permanent mark on it.
Looks like they designed it to like have a lip on the inside that actually like guides the Switch in.
Okay, so real talk, is this picture the Switch isn't actually docked, correct? Because it looks like it's floating.
No, it is docked, I believe. So, if you look, there's there's a little piece of plastic there at the edge that makes it look more rounded than it is.
Jim,
look at the shape of the side of the Switch.
This is yours?
I just put
I
just put in the chat.
Okay, I'm waiting.
Oops, sorry, I sent it to the wrong.
He sent it to his work.
Hold on.
So I would actually wonder that this would cause like heating issues.
No.
I mean, why?
For one, the thing vents out the bottom anyways. Right?
The fan is on the top.
It's on the
right. But there are still giant vents on the bottom along with the speaker.
Yes, there's non-moving air vents. I guess that's where it sucks it from to push it out the top.
God damn it, Jim. Did you get it? Okay, there it is.
So the funny part about this is that we're paying more money to fix Nintendo's problems.
What?
I kind of like it. No, I like it.
I got it from Etsy.
Looks like someone's grandma crocheted
exactly.
sock.
Is that Breath of the Wild? That looks like Wind Waker.
Yeah.
Did,
if it's Wind Waker, that's my favorite Zelda game.
Did they make you another sock to go with it? Like, was this like a combo set?
No, that was the only one.
No, Jimmy, I made you a Zelda.
Wind Waker is my second favorite Zelda game, way more than I like Breath of the Wild. But yes, I liked it either way.
Yeah, it looked like Wind Waker.
Andrew says Wind Waker.
I don't even have a dock anymore. Like, I don't have the traditional dock. I don't know where it went. It disappeared in my move.
To be fair, the best Switch dock is the Insignia dock.
That little bitty one? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I found one
because
at the store and almost stole it.
No front cover to it.
No front butt?
Yeah, and it came with an HDMI cable. Like, no, that thing was awesome.
All right, I'm not going to trust that
have
HDMI
a different
cable.
dock, which is just the cable itself that lets you plug into the TV. I keep that in my backpack for when I go to hotels.
I have the Genki one.
Do you really?
Yoke?
How'd that Genki do?
The one that fried your Switch?
No, it wasn't that. We blame that, but I don't think it was that.
Well, no, you blamed it, and then you never told us what fixed it.
I literally let the battery die by holding down the button for hours.
Oh my goodness.
I have a question.
Did you use a rubber band, or did you actually hold it?
No, I propped it against something with that corner of the. I don't remember what I used. Pushing the button. Yeah.
So we now know what the differences are between, obviously we had the Switch second iteration, and now we're on the Switch. Third iteration, or is this an alternative? I don't know.
I'm just going to call that one. I'm going to call the second one 1B.
Yeah, and that's
It's actually the 101.
Get it? Because one battery, because that's really all they changed.
I mean, that was it, right? I mean, my battery usage went from 3 hours to 10 hours.
So I understand that a lot of people were expecting this to be, a powerhouse system.
What?
Like rumors. That's what rumors were stating. People
everybody
were
was saying it's the Pro,
right. So, I thought about it. The more I thought about it, like closer up to its release, I was like, man, 4K is going to be really like stupid for this thing. It's not only unnecessary, right? It's like that's a fucking high bar for Nintendo to even try to hit, considering like how like The Witcher 3, like for instance, struggles on the original Switch, right?
Not anymore.
Well, okay, Jim, but
hey, look, you can buy The Witcher 3, I think, right now for literally $8 on Steam. I get it. Like
you can always buy The Witcher 3 for $8.
But for people who don't have that capability and want to enjoy The Witcher, this might be their only option. I think it's unfair. Hold on. I think it's unfair to tell people that the game doesn't run well. The game runs fine. It runs worse than any other system that it's on, but you still can absolutely play and enjoy the game.
Okay, my point is that it is a subpar experience. It just is. Okay.
I mean, it's not.
You can disagree.
Have the same resolution even to begin with.
You could disagree, but the fact remains is that they had to heavily strip textures away from it. Mm-hmm. They had to heavily strip performance for that thing to they neutered the game, like for all intents and purposes.
I mean, that's what they do with every game they port to the Switch.
There's a lot less enemies, so that directly affects gameplay.
All right, so like awful example. I shouldn't have said The Witcher.
Here we go.
No.
My point,
and I'm not arguing. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say it, but it's just I'm being David in this instance of like.
No, I understand.
It's gone. We're moved on.
I understand, but what I was trying to say is that my expectation for this new system was to still run at 1080p, like still run everything. I'm not expecting massive improvements, but to just run existing titles better, maybe at a higher frame rate. Like, could you imagine Breath of the Wild in 60 frames per second?
Examples of what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
These are known issues. Todd will know what I'm talking about.
Oh.
I think is it 2K18, WWE 2K18 that is broken on the Switch.
It didn't run.
Like it's still after all these years of it being a game, it's known as the worst Switch game because of how broken it is. That game is great on every other platform, but it literally cannot run on the Switch. And they didn't bother putting out. They were like, no, we're done even trying with most of these 2K games. I think they still do NBA. And that is an actual inferior product when it comes to game modes and everything that are left out of that. And it just launched this week. Ys 9. Ys 9 came out on
you had to squeeze that in
PlayStation 4, and I had to, man. It came out on PlayStation 4 in February. It came out on PC like a month ago, and it runs great on all of those things. It even struggled to run on the PS5. Like PS5, it was only picking up 30 frames per second.
Wait. Is it because it was too pretty, or is it because it was poorly made?
Well, it's a
Falcom
game. It's a Falcom game. It's definitely not pretty. It's got like PS3 graphics at best.
So it's poorly made.
It's poorly made.
I got it. Okay.
But again, now you play it on. Like I played it on PS4 just fine, no problems. Apparently on PS5 on a PC, it's stellar, but it's again unplayable on the Switch.
Well, and I have beef with all of y'all's arguments about games.
Okay,
who made these games?
Japanese people.
Who ported these games to Switch? Are they not responsible? Nintendo's not responsible for the quality of the games on their console.
No, you're absolutely correct.
They put the seal on the games. Every individual game is sealed by Jim Nintendo himself.
But that's Jim Nintendo 85.
Now, okay.
The 86,
inferior
I'm not as
version.
old as you think I am.
my
motherfuckers.
my argument is not what games are running on the Switch now. What I'm trying to say is that it would have been wonderful if with this new Switch, quote unquote, it would have ran existing titles, the entire library, just better. Like Pokemon Snap, for instance, like the shadows and stuff. If you try watching the shadows in the background, looks awful.
Can't lower
Let me
those
be
shadows.
honest with you. I bought a game for the first time on the Nintendo Switch in probably a year and a half. I have no room to talk on this.
And that's perfectly fine.
It's
like
for
I'm
golf.
not
You bought a Nintendo game.
like
Yeah.
that's not like I'm not who this console is made
that
for,
motherfucker's gonna run great.
and that's perfectly fine. What I'm trying to suggest though is that like at one point they had what is it, the 3DS XL? I think
The
it's
new
the
3DS XL.
Wait, do you
Right.
mean the new
yes,
one?
the one that was more powerful than
Yeah.
and at one
Yeah,
point
the
The new 3DS XL. Yep.
right, and so they had a
I have
huge
that
problem with that, right? Because at one point there was a game that could only run on that system. I think it
There
was
are lots of games.
There were lots of games that required the new 3DS or the new
when it
3DS
launched is
XL.
what I meant. Is what I meant when it
Yeah.
launched.
Yeah, it's basically you have to get the expansion pack.
Right. So they did. I think they looked at that. They also looked at N64, and they said, "We're not going to go that route. We're not going to fragment our base with this new console." I think that was their entire plan because,
I
like, it
bet.
just
If I had to guess, Jeff, it was probably the Fire Emblem game that
possibly
caused that issue. Because the only super crazy games for the new 3DS only, Fire Emblem, Binding of Isaac, Donkey Kong Country, Super Mario Kart, Super Mario World, Super Metroid, Super Punch Out. That's
right.
it. Yeah.
I think.
Yeah,
I think. Well,
all
I think
those
also,
super
like,
games, they didn't call it the Super DS.
Yeah, I don't remember those games either, though. Like, that's weird. And those are remakes of the old games, like
Right.
the
I'd be
NES games.
curious.
They had more games than that. Like they had a
Oh.
whole separate shaped cartridge
Oh, I'm on
for
Wikipedia.
that because I know there
You
was a
never know.
generation of Pokemon that wasn't able to be played on the
Uh-uh.
old school DSs.
That's not true.
So my
Because the
point.
latest one was Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon, and it ran on an older one.
So that's my kind of my point, though. I think with this, they didn't want to fragment their base again, which I respect. However, if all the only difference is not necessarily that they're going to have exclusive games for this new quote unquote version, but if they had been, hey, this is the PlayStation 4 Pro Edition version, right?
Edition.
Like there was no PlayStation 4 game that was exclusive for the Pro. It always ran on both versions. You just got an enhanced version on the Pro version.
They
So you're
slapped a
just saying-
sticker on the box and said, "We added some stuff on.
Right.
Just got to
Like-
download the update."
So
Yeah.
you're saying Nintendo doesn't understand smart delivery like
Yeah.
Sony and Microsoft?
Like
I
they
mean,
could have
Look at
bumped
Smash
up the
Brothers. They
processor.
understand.
They could have bumped up the processor, made a slight say, hey, all the Nintendo Switch games you have now are still going to run on this. Don't worry, we're not going to whatever, right? This
I mean,
is
the Switch
the
is just a cell phone.
I get it, but this announcement for me was so underwhelming, and this is my big announcement. Okay, so
Oh my god, here we go.
Real quick to XXW shown. I'm sorry.
It's
for saying-
Wise One.
Sorry. What? God damn it! Wow. I can't speak leap. My bad, dude.
Beakley?
I can't believe I forgot to mention the kickstand. The kickstand is a major improvement. Mine still works
And that
on my
land
Switch,
port.
so I'm very yeah. Oh, Wes, what's up, dude? Yeah,
Also,
it's the reason.
land
It's
port.
that, I can't believe I didn't talk about that, but yeah, the kickstand. That was another thing that broke constantly on people's Switches.
Wait. Oh, I broke mine day one accidentally.
so
I thought it was where the cartridge went, and I pulled too hard.
you all know my wife loves Animal Crossing.
Yes.
Okay,
But
loves
she
it.
cheats, though, so.
So
Everybody
recently,
cheats at Animal Crossing.
No.
recently, she has gotten back into it, and she said, "You know what? I want to start a new island." but I don't want to get rid of my old island.
You got to buy another Switch.
So I told her, said, if you can wait, let's see what this announcement will be. Everything will be fine, right? Like, we'll see if we can get this new one. We'll see if it's worth it. This announcement came down. I read it maybe about 20 minutes later. I sent Julie a message and said, go buy a Switch at Best Buy right now. Just do it. Just do it. I said, it's not worth it. We're not waiting for this. It's so underwhelming. It's
Damn, I wish I had Switch right now money. Jesus Christ.
Me too, man.
Hold on.
Fuck.
You're buying
For a
another
new
Switch to
island?
start a new island?
No. She is buying a Switch with her own money. And this is past
hashtag
tense. This is past tense, by the way. It's already sitting in our living room.
That's fine.
She bought the Animal Crossing Switch.
We're judging the
She
justification.
was able to get one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
She was able to get one.
Wait a minute.
Cool.
So she got the Animal Crossing Switch.
Love the colors on that.
She was able to... Yeah, Castaways. I know exactly what you're talking about, Tom. And so she's gonna, do her new island. So I was like, if that's what you want to do, with your money,
So
that's
now
what wanna
you
do.
have a Switch.
Yeah, no, I have a Switch.
Jeff, erase her island.
No.
Do it.
She's gonna basically transfer whatever she wants.
Erase the island.
Wait,
But-
between two islands that she controls? That sounds like cheating.
I mean, that's
I mean,
how she
she's already time hopping. Who
Listen.
cares?
Listen, Nick. I would love for you to try to talk to my wife and tell her that she's cheating, because she's gonna look at you and say, "But I'm having fun, so fuck you." Like, it doesn't,
I don't think Alyssa cheats. But I can't.
100% she does.
I guarantee you she does. Everyone does it.
I bet they're all cheating together.
West in the chat. All right, I can't play my Vita outside at all because it's like Gen 1 OLED. It's like the first OLED screen ever. So Wes in the chat said, "I'm gonna laugh so hard when people take the OLED outside and can't see shit." I don't know if that's still a problem.
All right.
Obviously I struggle with that on my phone sometimes, but I don't even try with my Vita. I don't even try.
Which is funny because the commercial is just all of them like outside having
it's
fun.
Switches.
Your fucking rooftop parties.
Also, I want to put on that commercial. I'm going to try to pull it up here in a second. But a dude comes home from work, he puts his backpack down, and he's in his mudroom, I guess is the best way to put it. He's like, I'm going to pull up my Switch and sit on my bench in the mudroom and play the game. I was like, seriously? That's the most comfortable area for you in your house? Is the mudroom?
It's away from his kids, probably.
I mean, he's just like, God damn it, I don't want to see my fucking kids.
Going to the den.
I did see this article today. I knew I saw something about going outside. Polygon posted an article today going, Nintendo, stop trying to get me to play my Switch outside. I don't care what your trailer says. It's not going to happen.
I play my Switch outside. I do. But I also play 95% in handheld mode. God damn, I cannot wait for Metroid Dread. Oh.
Kristen,
sorry, man.
Andrew says that Kristen and him don't cheat at Animal Crossing. We barely play Animal Crossing nowadays. Listen, I never really... this is going to sound really awful. I never really got a chance to play.
Because you can only have one island. It was her
right.
island.
And I was
the island.
No.
Well,
Like,
so you should
didn't
make
you start
your
an island at first, Jeff?
Say what?
and then
She
let it go
erased
to
your
disarray.
Yeah, but I played 5 minutes, so it wasn't even
Right.
that big of a deal.
And then she didn't like your island.
Right.
And she restarted.
Yeah, of course she did.
And killed all your animal people.
I didn't have any animals.
They
on
were
that
there.
island
That
to
sounds
play.
like invasion.
They were on their island waiting for you to... I don't know how the game works. I assume you pay enough money and then all of a sudden people start showing up because it's a cool place to be. I don't know.
No,
This is a colonizer.
it's
Wes,
like
why are you psychic?
sitting outside of Starbucks doesn't count.
Jim sits outside of a coffee shop with
I don't
fucking-
drink Starbucks, West. All right.
He sits out there with his sticker on his laptop that says "Smash Capitalism" with his $7 coffee.
Jim also goes to much boozier places than Starbucks.
Thank you, Michael.
Not much better. Oh my god,
I'd
LAN
argue
cable
it's
sold
worse.
separately? Fuck, I'm out. I saw the doc and they said LAN cable separate.
So
that is
I
kinda
have never
bullshit. They
once
should give
played
you-
that motherfucker online.
You've never played an online game on your Switch?
I'm really thinking hard because even when the only game that I've played, even with other people, is Smash,
wait,
and that was in
Mario
that like
Kart.
8-player thing. No,
Wait.
never once. Never
hey
once.
Todd,
Hello.
isn't Jim a part of your Nintendo Switch family online?
Yeah, why am I paying for you? What the
Kick
fuck?
him out!
Oh, okay. All right, hold on.
Kick him out!
Number one, hold on. No, I'm not. I pay for my own.
I pay for your
Alyssa
rights.
is on that one.
And she plays Animal
because
Crossing,
she plays
which is
Animal
online.
Crossing.
Wait,
plays
does she
Animal
have
Crossing.
her own Switch?
No,
Oh, well,
but she has a different profile.
It's like whenever
yeah, I have to. I paid for Julia's online.
Yeah, so I pay for my own, and so I guess that counts. I do and have played, the Super Nintendo and NES games,
I forgot.
It's
Fucking-
actually it's funny because
which is a bullshit system.
she
platform.
she
Sorry.
got it for Untitled Goose Game, not Animal Crossing.
God, I love that game so much.
It's so fucking good.
I regret buying that day one instead of waiting for a physical edition.
Was there a physical edition of that?
Yeah,
There is
no,
a limited run physical edition of that.
yeah. Mhm.
So
I'm
I
done
got a
with
question.
limited run games, by the way.
Huh?
Because you still haven't got your Scott Pilgrim, right?
I'm
Oh
not
my
gonna
God,
get it
they-
until next year.
I was
Wow.
on a person's Instagram that had they got their physical. They just bought the basic edition of the Scott Pilgrim game on Switch. They just bought the basic version, and they had it and they were playing it. And all I said was,
Sorry,
"Yeah, I
Dave.
haven't gotten my special edition from Limited Run Games, but I can't wait to play it!" Exclamation point. Not only did I get like a response from Limited Run Games in just a random Instagram comment, but then they instant messaged me
Oh my god.
to assure me that it was coming out, and that I didn't have any reason to worry.
And you didn't even buy the cool edition.
No,
You just
I bought the one in the
special
Sega
edition.
Genesis box.
I'm over here crying.
Yeah, you're not gonna get that shit ever.
I got an email like a month ago. They're like, "Hey, we just got the prototype in."
Yeah, I got.
I'm
I
like,
got that email too.
"Excuse me, what? You what? Huh?"
So
Fucking
to
limited
kind of
run game.
come to a closing consensus, does the Switch need to be what the internet folks wanted it to be? Does it
No.
need to be 4K?
No,
I say no.
no.
Needs
So
to be
like,
bigger. That's what I wanted. I didn't care about
Bigger.
4K. I wanted them to do the same thing that they were going to do that they did with the DSXL, where they actually made the physical goddamn thing bigger. Because I don't care.
You're the only person I've ever heard say they need a bigger Switch.
It's because the fucking Joy-Cons suck ass. They're too
Oh.
tiny.
I got
Why do you use the
So bring your
Joy-Con?
Pro controller with you.
use the kickstand. God damn
don't
it!
want-
Set up the
All right.
kickstand, pull out your Pro controller.
I'm not setting up the kickstand because it's a goddamn handheld console. I should be able to hold it in my hands and play. I'm not going to set up the kickstand when I'm on an airplane. It's like, oh, hold on, I gotta wait for the plane to take off
Wait,
and then
wait.
level out so I
Nick.
can put down the tray and then put up the kickstand,
Nick.
and then I can waggle my fucking arms in this limited space that I have.
Ow.
Nick, hold on a second. What if I told you?
Oh,
And
here
this
we
is
go.
hypothetical because I haven't
I
even
swear to
looked it
God,
up.
Say Pro controller.
I haven't even looked it up, so I don't know if this is the thing. What if they made big Joy Cons?
No, oh, dude, the Hori Joy-Cons.
Oh,
Yeah,
oh,
there's
Say that
aftermarket.
again.
Hori, hold on.
Extra large
Like
Joy
the fight stick
Cons.
people.
Hey, look at here. I'm gonna send them to you. Hold on one second.
Oh, so you
I
guys
wanna
want me to get a
these.
third-party goddamn Mad Cats, pretty much?
I mean,
Hey,
Or
maybe
want
they
me-
fixed
you
the
want me to-
Joy-Con drift.
Hold
or
on.
is that one brand though?
I have a
Dude,
recommendation for
Hori's
you,
a
Nick.
really good brand.
Mhm.
Go on to some Monster Hunter forums for Monster Hunter Rise and see what mobile controllers they're recommending, because the people who play Monster Hunter play excessive hours. Like they play thousands of hours in this one game. If
Well-
they say a handheld controller or like full wrap for the thing is good for handheld, I guarantee you it's good.
Hold
Dude,
on.
You could get that Razer Kishi controller.
Say that again.
Razer, the brand Razer, they make a controller called the Kishi That's
Sounds like a bidet.
It's a mobile phone controller, and I actually don't even know if it'll work on the Switch. But it's a mobile phone controller and an Xbox controller, but it's just Bluetooth.
I own a Pro controller. I don't need a
then
disconnected.
Just get the clip that you can fucking attach the Switch to the top of it.
So you have the superior controller already.
I do.
Dude, this actually looks pretty fucking
but
legit.
I want it
I want
connected to the Switch. All they need to do is release bigger controllers that slide to the side of the Switch. What's the problem with doing something like that?
Chungus.
Dude, I'm serious though. These look legit.
No, I've been wanting to pick these up for a while. These are the Joy-Cons that I want. Look at that D-pad, dude. That's a fucking D-pad.
Look at that D.
Okay, hold on a second. I just want to point out, Andrew.
You said the Nori earlier, Jim?
No,
Hori. It's on the screen. It's on the screen.
It is Hori.
It's what we're sharing on the screen.
It's the fight stick, people.
Andrew, fuck your 3D slider. God damn it. I don't need a 3D slider on my fucking goddamn console.
But you turn the 3D slider all the way up when your Pokemon's evolving, and then the second it's done, you turn it off.
Oh god, I never used the 3D on it. It was just so bad.
I used it for that only.
All right, so
Are you
basically,
gonna buy this, Geoff?
I'm thinking about it, dude, for $40.
Oh, there's a black and gold Pikachu.
Hey, this is what I want for my birthday.
You don't get nothing for your birthday.
I probably don't deserve anything.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Way to make this depressing, Jim.
Oh, man, that's what I do. I'm sorry.
I was about to say, have you not seen Jim's comedy act? It's 100% self-deprecation.
Oh,
it's just Bo Burnham, but a little turned up.
But less funny?
Yeah, less funny and more depressing.
God damn. Ooh, volcanic red.
Stop it.
Dude.
I want to support. I think they've got a Damon X Machina version.
It's the second one in the list, yeah.
I like that, but it is $90 fucking dollars. That's
Why
$90.
Is that so much more?
that's $90 more than I want to spend. So
the Damon X Machina is $90,
yeah.
and that game sucks a bag of dicks too. Like that game is not good.
Why? The translucent black.
Oh, dude, it's bad.
$40.
Yeah, but translucent black? That's not as cool as translucent purple.
Like Atomic Purple?
Atomic
like
Purple.
GBA?
Exactly.
I don't. Okay, so volcanic red.
I mean,
for
my
$44.
Switch is Atomic Purple.
Yeah.
But Doctor. Oh man, you just made a fucking Rorschach quote. What a deep cut intro. Jesus Christ.
I wish I gave that one that you just showed, the I think it's the Pikachu and Eevee one. I wish I gave a shit about Pokemon because that's the best looking one in my opinion. I like that color scheme.
I like how all the pastel ones are probably the best ones. Like the Animal Crossing one is all pastel. No, I mean the Animal Crossing one's pastel as shit.
I just like pastel colors.
I have to admit, like I set up the new one for her yesterday, and it doesn't really show it in the picture very well. But on the very back, it's got like etched Animal Crossing like shapes and stuff on the back. Mm-hmm. It's pretty fucking cool, dude.
No, it's the best looking Switch.
You know the biggest con of that system, and by con I mean like trick. The game doesn't fucking come with it.
Oh, I know, dude. So
it's an Animal Crossing Switch without Animal Crossing.
So let me tell you, by the way, the adventure of me tunneling through. So basically, I told her to go get it, right? Mm-hmm. I was like, hey, pick up an extra copy of Animal Crossing just in case. Just for shits and giggles. Because we have the digital edition.
Avocados, get 6.
We have the digital edition of Animal Crossing. So in theory, reading up online, you can set one to be your primary Switch, which would have been this new one. And then he gets another one to be a secondary Switch, but the secondary one has to be online all the time.
No. This sounds like old school, like primary PS4, secondary PS4 bullshit.
I
used to listen to Greg Miller talk about all the time, and it made me never want multiple.
I literally was just like, at one point, I look at her, I was like, can we just use this second copy of Animal Crossing? Like, can we just call it a day? She's like, yeah, just go ahead and open it. I was like, thank fuck. Because I was like dreading trying to have one be a primary Switch and then another one. Because she was like, if one is online all the time, I can't time travel on that.
Cheat.
Hey,
Leave the
she
island.
has
For shame.
she has
Leave
fucking
the
fun. All right,
I think
Jim,
my
hold on,
wife
hold
might
on.
cheat, but I
Is
can't
your wife
remember.
there? Is your wife there right now?
Alyssa,
I want this to be
Sarah cheated,
on the
right?
stream.
hold on.
I know Sarah's done it. I know Sarah's
Yeah,
done
I
it.
know Sarah's cheated.
Sarah
Sorry.
used to not cheat. She only started cheating recently
That's
because she
Julia.
missed out on a whole bunch of stuff.
Uh
Okay, I'm going to hand the reins over to my lovely wife.
Everybody turn the volume down.
huh.
What's up?
Hey, Alyssa, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Great. Animal Crossing,
Why do you cheat?
and I just want to point out that my wife does it. So
What,
if
you
you
gay?
if you say that you do it too, it's perfectly fine. Do you happen to time travel in Animal Crossing?
I think I did when I first bought the game, but to be honest, I haven't played.
Objection.
Cool.
I
So-
probably wouldn't anymore.
Cool.
But-
So what that tells me
What
though, is that you like to have fun and don't let anybody else ever tell you any
Those
different.
ain't loyal.
Well, the thing is like, especially in the beginning of the pandemic when the game came out, we're all like sleeping schedules off. It's like 3 a.m. There's nothing to do at 3 a.m.
Right. Well, not only that, but you're like, man, do I really want to wait 3 days for this person to be there and blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Yes,
I'm so ADD.
that's the point
I
of
don't
the
know
game.
if I forget. So if anything, I probably travel because I'll be like, oh shit, I forgot I was supposed to be doing this. So
Listen.
yeah, I played it quite a bit when it came out, and I'm pretty sure if I logged into my house, it had roaches. So
Well, so Julia just bought another Switch so she can start a new island from scratch.
Delete the old island.
wait, can't you just reset it or no?
She wants to leave the old island up so she can transfer items.
I want to
want
spend
some more?
$250 just for another fucking island.
Hey,
Well, you know what? It's not your money, so
It's not hers either.
thanks, Alyssa.
I'm sure.
All right, well that is all. I just wanted to make sure that we
I
got
don't
that
cheat
squared.
at any other video games, though.
Well, there you go. Does that satisfy you, Todd?
Yeah, she's a filthy cheater.
Oh my
I play The
goodness!
Sims, and I don't cheat
Bullshit.
At that.
Wait, you don't
money
use
gnome.
cheat? You don't use
I
cheat codes in
use
The
money
Sims?
code. No, I like to be okay. Especially The Sims 4 is garbage. EA has ruined the franchise. And
They've
if you
had it.
want any challenge, you just you don't do the money code because there's no point because it's so there's no other challenge. They've destroyed the open world. We could do a whole nerd out on The Sims because
No.
Well, you're a better
Yeah,
person than
This Sims
I,
is
because as
terrible.
soon as I log in, I fucking use cheat codes.
no, I mean there's
100%.
no fun. What are you gonna do then? I don't
Yeah,
know.
but Jeff, you cheat in every game you can
Jeff
get your hands on.
Hell
only
yeah.
plays in creative mode of Minecraft, so he has no.
Hell yeah! Why wouldn't you? I mean, it's
because there's a real. Mm.
Oh.
Right.
I'm
Something to
surprised
the game
Jeff
for
hadn't gotten
you,
ganked by
mean-
BattleEye yet.
What's gonna
No.
happen?
So that's okay.
I literally watch Jim cheat all the time.
Oh, getting called out! Oh, I love it.
I don't know what game it is, but you'll if you.
Is it
don't-
Hades?
you'll just,
Is it
do that
Hades?
real quick So you don't have to.
The brick breaker
Oh,
game on my phone.
On his phone. If he doesn't break all the bricks, he'll just exit out of it, so it resets the level. I'm like, are you kidding?
Oh God, this is wonderful. What a podcast.
Call
Yeah, what-
out.
Yeah, I know for the brick breaker game, but yeah, I don't really play any games, not even on my phone.
All right, well, thank you, Alyssa. I really appreciate your time.
Have a great night, guys.
You too, thank you. All right, well, once Jim is getting his headphones back on, hopefully, so he can just live the burn that he just
Eat his
lived
crow.
through.
And, it's a fucking brick breaker.
Hey, you cheated. Don't worry about it.
You know what?
Anyways. Anyways.
What game? What other modern game has cheat codes anymore?
Witcher. Most PC games.
Nah, those are
I-
trainers, though. Those
No.
are trainers.
What you call You call like just adding levels in Fallout a trainer?
Just adding level. Yeah, yes, I do.
Oh, wait, hold on. We all definitely cheated when we were playing Dying Light together.
Oh!
Like, we were exploiting the glitches.
Oh!
Speedrunners do that.
I don't. Okay, Andrew, I don't count Doom Eternal because those are built into the game. Those are built into the game.
What?
Those are called cheat codes. They're built in the. So when I think of cheating, I think of like The Witcher 3, where I download a trainer that's running in the background, and I press a key, and it goes infinite money, infinite money.
So what do you count like in Fallout 4 when you just hit tilde and type in something and you get shit?
That's the same thing as a trainer to me.
No, you don't have to install anything. It's built in.
Correct, but hold on a second. It's not generally accessible to the layman user. The cheat codes.
I mean, you press tilde and it opens up.
Key.
Okay, can you do that on console?
Actually, yes.
Can you seriously?
Yeah, you plug in a mouse and keyboard.
They support keyboards, so yes.
You can access the console on Fallout 4.
Let me see.
Okay, because what I'm thinking of cheat codes like that are accessible is like Grand Theft Auto, Red Dead Redemption.
Access console on.
Shut up! Don't. Why are you on his side?
I just want to be included. I'm sorry.
Don't make me change the point value for golf.
Oh,
you can't do that.
I can do that.
All right. Anyways.
Console commands on console.
Funny they call them console commands when it's on PC.
I don't think it's possible.
Sure looks like you need a mod to do it.
There it is. Anyways. I think that's pretty much it. Just quick fire rounds real quick. It's a $50 difference for buying a new one.
I think that's super reasonable.
Okay, Jim. your Nintendo Switch OLED edition. You gonna buy one?
No, only if something were to happen to my Switch now.
Like if someone were to break it.
Don't worry.
Yeah, no. I've got a 3-year thing on it still, so.
I was about to say, can we reclaim it since we got it for you? But that's a different one.
I mean,
you already got rid of that one.
I don't work there anymore, but I definitely.
Yeah, I forgot about how we got him this lovely Switch as a gift. And then he said, "This ain't good enough. I want the better battery."
That's not what happened. Oh no, that's not what happened.
Jim, I'm fucking with you. I know that's not what happened.
Okay, I'm just saying that's not what happened.
I'm just fucking with you.
I got a new one because of the Joy-Con drift. Now, I should have just sent it out for rapid exchange.
So Hold on. Did you just say you changed it for? Did you experience Joy-Con drift, or did you just do it because of the Joy-Con drift?
So I was experienced Joy-Con drift. It made it unplayable, and like I said, I play 95% in handheld mode.
We gave you that Joy-Con drift with love.
And so and I was on the Switch that y'all bought me, which I am forever indebted to. But y'all bought me that Switch. There was Joy-Con drift on it. I took it to my former employer and said, well, not only does there Joy-Con drift, but my battery only lasts like 30 minutes, and the screen dims, and all these other things. And another employee was complicit in helping me do this, and therefore I was able to upgrade to the new Switch.
Battery only lasts 30 minutes. Have you tried doing something else?
Tried plugging it in for more than.
I was playing a lot of Dead Cells at the time, so.
So listening to the comments, Andrew says he will not buy. I did say that I would interject David's comment here as well.
Yes.
Even though he's not in the comments. David says this is a marketing scam, pure and simple. It's a minor upgrade of the Switch to help boost sales into 100 million units range, so they can just say it's as successful as the Wii. Pro tip: it's actually been much more successful than the Wii. They just
yeah. I mean,
it's sold more than the Wii.
It's sold more than any modern console. I mean, yeah.
They adjusted to parts that are more readily available in this pandemic chip shortage era. don't agree with that. I think it literally is just Nintendo being Nintendo.
I think he is talking out his ass on that part.
Todd, would you buy this new Switch?
No, why the fuck would I?
Michael
God doesn't play his Switch.
I barely play mine. Yeah,
Michael, would you buy this new Switch?
I'm considering it.
Oh, interesting.
Only because I still have the original Switch.
Yeah.
The HAC 001, not the HAC 00101.
Which I now have sitting behind me.
But mine is in a state where it's older. It doesn't quite keep up with every game. Like, it stutters a little bit in Hades at times. The battery life is absolute shit because I've abused the hell out of the battery life.
Oh, that's actually one problem for me is because it's always been on the dock. Always.
Yeah, mine spends a lot of time on the dock. But I go through phases where, like, I'll be playing a game a lot, and so I'll take it to work with me every day.
Sure.
And then I get like an hour and a half of battery life
with me every day.
I mean, I haven't for about a month and a half, but
I mean, Jim, do you, by taking it to work every day, you just take it off the dock and then walk over to your work desk?
To my kitchen. Oh man, I bring my Switch to my kitchen.
Oh man, that must be so laborious for you.
I mean, if you don't physically move it, you aren't taking it to work.
I am considering.
I leave it on the dock most of the time,
but
I don't have battery issues. I never have.
Yeah, but you're on the new version, right?
I am on the new. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sarah has the newer one, and the battery life on it is significantly better.
Yep.
So, Nick,
multi-switch households.
Yep.
Would you consider buying this new one?
Oh, absolutely not. But I'm looking at these fucking Hori controllers.
Dude, I'm telling you, I want one of those so bad.
That's the one that the Monster Hunter community recommends as well.
There is a Monster Hunter version, I think.
Jim, I'm going to tell you this right now. All right, if you choose one that's not $90, I will buy you one for your birthday.
Oh, please, God, don't do that. That's going to make me so uncomfortable right now.
I was about to say, have you remember how buying anything for Jim causes him so much anxiety? Let's not do that.
Hey, he kept the Switch, didn't he?
I did, but man, did I go through some shit.
Oh, Lord.
No, $39.99. Yeah, the translucent black. That's the only one I'd want.
All right, well.
Get him a gold.
No,
I'll think about
it. I don't want to talk about it.
The Pikachu one.
Anyways,
stones in that bitch.
Thank you all for joining us on our special edition of Press Start Gaming.
Is that what this is?
This is, it's Press Start Gaming.
Okay. Probably should find that intro and outro music.
Real quick, I'm sorry. Can I make one more recommendation while we're on stuff?
I mean, sure, I guess. Yeah.
I forgot the name of them now.
Jesus fucking Christ.
There is a company that makes a little like handheld to attach to the Switch that I think would solve your problem.
Handhelds.
I'm gonna find it.
That attaches to the Switch. Does it have like an extra battery in it or something?
No, it doesn't have an extra battery to it, but it's basically just a grip that attaches to and they've had these before for like the Vita and stuff like that. In fact, I've got one for the Vita. Satisfy is a company that makes it. I'm going to send it to you. It would probably solve your issues without necessarily going for those Hori controllers, but they're actually $47.99. They're more expensive. Let me share that real quick.
I already got it up on the site.
But I really like the case that it comes with. It's super comfortable.
That doesn't solve the issue.
That won't solve your issue? Okay.
It will
also,
not.
I don't like how they spell satisfy, so disqualified.
Fair enough.
So is this... From what I understand, Nick's problem is the actual, like, the joysticks themselves are tiny.
Not the joysticks, the whole Joy-Con itself, because when I'm playing that, the Joy-Con's connected to the screen, which is how I like to play it mobilely. My hands, like, cramp up because the damn thing is just too tiny.
Okay.
Well, but this extends it.
Yeah.
Yeah, This would keep your hand further away from it so that you're in a more natural position where you're thumbing.
Before the Hori controllers came out, this is what everybody was recommending for people who have that issue.
I still think the Hori ones look a lot better.
I do think the Hori ones look better.
The Hori one would be the absolute best solution.
Oh, yeah. They're a little bit cheaper on Satisfy's website. They're more expensive on Amazon.
I mean,
you can use promo code HONEY. Oh, sorry.
Oh yeah,
I would love to do an episode on Switch accessories because there are so many cool peripherals that you can get for the Switch.
Hey,
right after the episode where we talk about the expansion pack for Nintendo 64 and Donkey Kong 64.
This has been the lowest for that controller.
Donkey Kong 64.
Donktober is coming.
All right. Hey, what are we doing next? What's our next podcast for the audience?
I would assume Ender's not actually in the main thing, but I would assume Neat Trash would probably be the next one.
Oh man, I found some cool stuff in the dumpster behind the Walmart, man. I can't wait to talk about it.
And then over the next month or so, we have Hades speedrun stream where at least 3 people on the team are going to speedrun against each other. If you were on our Twitch stream yesterday, you saw us trying to figure out how to get that to work. We think we did it. We also will be doing Mario Golf. And then, there was one other game that I want to play soon. I don't remember what it is. Whatever.
Deep Rock?
Yes, probably that.
We may also have a movies podcast coming out soon. Maybe next week.
Did you say Lubies?
Did I say Lubies? No, I said movies.
No.
I thought you said...
Yes.
You said movies.
I said movies.
I heard movies.
Sorry, I got stunned for a second when he said movies podcast. I was like, oh, I feel like we've done this before. We'll figure it out as we go. Don't forget, you can check out Facebook.com/RealRantingMedia, RantingMedia.com, Twitch.tv/RantingMedia, podcast, wherever you get your podcast, Spotify. We're even on Audible, which I think is cool.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
If you ever Google the name of one of our podcasts, Audible is the first thing that pops up. Because, Bezos has his thing. Luby's podcast when...
Never. I'm killing that right now. Never.
No, I do it. Get that fried okra and then that Jello. Oh, you can't do a Cosby impression anymore.
The Luann special.
Luann platter.
What are you talking about? He's free. You can
it's
do
a special.
Whatever you want.
It's called the Luann platter, though. Hi, Jim.
Knock knock.
Who's there?
Hades.
Hades who?
Hades nuts!
Thank you, everybody, for listening.
Thanks.
Bye.
So while this is still recording, I forgot to hit start recording. And I'm pretty sure on Twitch that my mic was not up at the very beginning, so I don't really have an intro.
Just fucking send me the file and I'll fix it.